Hi, thanks so much for joining in. You're watching Ask Profit on NDTV Profit, and my name is Alex Matthew. What a day it has been, and what a start to the trading week. We're seeing the implications, or we're seeing the play out of a global sell-off in risk assets. And we're at very close to the low point of the day for the benchmark Nifty 50. In fact, it is still trading at below 24,000. We've recovered some bit of ground, but it's still sharp gashes across the board. You have the mid-cap index that's trading with cuts of very close to 4, doing better than some of the other pockets of the market. Let's bring our experts on board. We've got Samir Dalal of Natwarlal and Sons, and we've got Rajesh Palviya, who's the Senior Vice President, Technical and Derivatives Research at Axis Securities. Gentlemen, it's a tough day to be commenting on the markets right now, but I think the question that a lot of my viewers will have is, where do you duck for cover at this juncture? Rajesh, if you have open positions, what do you suggest to do?
Yeah, good afternoon. So, looking at the sell-off in today's session, we are now almost trading near to 50-day moving average. So, I think 23,800 is now the immediate level where the 50-day moving average is we have for the Nifty. So if it breaks below 23,800, so I think one should close some of the long position, because below 23,800 there is a possibility that Nifty may continue furthermore sell off towards 23,250. That's the 100-day moving average for the Nifty. Bank Nifty is already slipped below 250-day moving average, and the way Bank Nifty is witnessing the supply pressure, we believe that and India VIX, that's the fear index, has already moved up. So these all parameters are indicating that possibly Nifty may attempt to give breakdown below 23,800. So I think those who are already sitting in profit in their positions, I think they may trim down some position if you have those position for short-term trading perspective. But for long-term investor, I think again this fall of market is again giving the opportunity. But I think one should wait for this fall to settle down at certain level, then only to deploy a long trade. I don't think today is the day where one should jump and deploy to buy these dips, because it's still a global sell-off is there. There is no reversal at all in any of the indices at the global market as well as in our market. So I think one should wait for Nifty to settle down at certain level. Then yes, again this falling market is giving you opportunity to deploy some of the your capital or investment in quality stocks.
Right, Rajesh. Samir, just a quick view on one's on Rajesh Exports, and this one's for you, Rajesh. We've got Gilson, who's bought at level of 306, and he's looking for an outlook over the next 18 months. He's bought at an average price of 1,306, or okay. I'm not sure about the price. In fact, I should pull up the chart and see where it's currently trading. It's 306, not 1,306. There was a mistake in that plate. He's bought at 306, and he's wondering what to do. Rajesh, what's the view?
So stock is now, shown, breakdown below 20-day moving average, and now stock is trading at 50-day moving average, which is placed at around 294. If any breakdowns happens below 294, then there could be further more supply pressure we can see towards 285. Anyhow, stock is in downtrend. Stock is moving in falling channel on a daily as well as on the monthly chart. So we believe that any pullback should be used as an exit opportunity in the stock. The major supply zone for the stock on the higher side is placed at around 330 level. So I think if you get any opportunity in some pullback towards your cost, or so you should try to exit in the stock, as overall structure for Rajesh Export is on the bearish side.
It's not too far away from the buy price, so perhaps now is a good opportunity. Rajesh Maheshwari is writing in from Indore. He's asking about Global Spirit. And he's got 200 shares, which he's bought at an average price of 1,242. What's a short to medium term outlook on this stock? Is it advisable to remain invested, or should you sell? I will come. He's holding ITC at levels of 500. Let's pull up the chart and see where it's currently trading. It is at 487 despite, it's actually holding on with cuts that are far lower than what you're seeing across the board. And he's got a 2 to 3 week view. He's got a leveraged position. He's asking whether he should book a loss or should he hold out for a few weeks. Rajesh, dangerous to have leveraged positions in this market, What would you say? What advice would you give?
Yeah, in this kind of market, yes, it's very difficult to hold the leverage position because the way market is falling, I think ITs is also under pressure because of market volatility. But still, the stock is holding about 20-day moving average. So I would suggest here to keep a strict stop loss of 480, 478. This is the two level where one he should keep as a stop loss. Because if it's breaks below 478, then furthermore sell off would be there. Then 460 would be the next level for the ITC. But at this juncture, I think still stock is trying to hold out above 20-day moving average. So I think he may hold the position with stop loss of 470.
Coming back to you on IREDA, and this is a question coming from Sandeep Khatare. He's wondering whether this is the right time to buy with 5% down. And maybe we can pull up the slightly longer term charts over the last month or so. This is, of course, a stock that has run up quite a bit. The 12 months, it's still up quite considerably. The last month, it has still gained about 5% despite the fall today. Would you suggest a fresh entry for the next 6 months, Rajesh?
So I think the way stock has corrected from its recent swing high, I think IREDA again, if it comes near to 220, then I think he may needs to average out certain more position because it's a very important and major support area for this decline. So IREDA
Clarify
may
that,
correct
Rajesh.
further.
Let me clarify that. What he's saying is that he hasn't yet bought. If he hasn't bought,
Okay.
would you suggest a fresh entry?
So I think wait for 225 to 220 zone where again stock is having good support area. He can add positions around those level, which is important, and risk to reward would be in favor for IREDA around
Okay.
225 level. At that time, he can keep a stop loss of 215. On the higher side, 250 is the resistance zone. If it crosses those level, then yes, there could be a possibility of rally towards 270, 75 also.
And I think everybody tuning in will have seen Samir shaking his head quite noticeably when I asked whether it juncture, and that kind of answers the question on the fundamental side as well. Tata Steel is the next question. Samir, unfortunately, we're getting a lot of short-term questions. I will come to you on a fundamental one soon. But Tata Steel for the short term, bought at levels of, or rather, we don't have a buy price. Sarvesaran is asking whether or not is the right time to buy at this juncture for the short term, at least for this week. What would you say, Rajesh? Very short-term view.
So Tata Steel, most of the metal stocks are, hammered in today's sell-off. I think Tata Steel is also now on a verge of giving breakdown to its previous swing low of June 2024. So I think if it slips below to 148, there could be a possibility of furthermore go downside towards 139 or 138 level. So that would be the next level for Tata Steel on the downside, but still on the higher side, 160 is the supply zone as of now. So until the stock not crosses 160, it may remain under pressure, and possible downside we can see towards 138 for Tata Steel.
Okay. Poshak Limited is the next counter. And Samir, I'm hopeful that you have a view on this one because we've got Vinay from, well, I don't know where, but Vinay is asking about this. He's bought at 6,000 levels. It's currently at 5,725. Should he hold on?
Sorry, these are companies we don't cover.
Okay, that's a fair point. It is not a very large company. It's got a market share of just about 1,750 crore rupees. Rajesh, any view on the charts?
I'm sorry, we
Not enough
also
data. Okay, fair point. All right, that's all right. We have to try and get views on this. Viewers, understandably, very small companies, it's a little difficult to get you a view. Patel Engineering is the next one. Shahul is holding at a question from Roshni, and she's bought Reliance Futures at 3,200. Stock is currently at 2,886. I'm assuming she's talking about the August future. Rajesh, what advice would you give her?
It's a way below to the stop loss level because in futures, so always one should keep a stop loss. 3,200 is very far from the current market price. So already stop loss, she should be adopt around the 3,100, but now she's already in loss. My advice would be try to exit if you get any pullback towards 3,000 mark. But again, it looks very difficult looking at the market condition because stock is now slipped below to 20-day, 50-day moving average. And looking at the structure, it's now penetrating to its multiple support zone area, which is placed at around 2880. If it slips below to 2880, then further more supply we can see towards 2800 level also. So I think either they can add some put position to at least to hedge this downside. Try to buy at the money put option to hedge at least to protect this downside, which is visible on the chart at this level.
Yeah, quite considerable. A persistent system, Samir, we are completely out of time. Samir, Rajesh, thanks so much for taking the time. Viewers, I know you have a lot of questions, and we will be back tomorrow at 11:30. Of course, we have live market coverage through the day, and that continues at 12 today. But lots to talk about, of course, and do stay tuned. Keep your questions ready and send them to us. We'll take them tomorrow at 11:30. Do stay tuned.